Hey everyone, welcome to my new channel, the Red Roof Flower Farm. It's exciting to be back on YouTube, but it was also pretty scary, honestly. First up, new channel. Here's a little bit of housekeeping. For those of you who don't know, you might know me as Ian from You Can't Eat the Grass. Serena and I, we have separated. We are no longer together. We are still friends and we still get along really well and we still co-parent really well. We were together for a long time and we will still spend lots of time together in our life. But I'm moving on. The farm is now in my name. We split all our assets up evenly. I had to buy Serena out of this property, so I'm not quite as flush with cash as I used to be. Things are a little bit tighter. And because of that, I've had to make some big changes on the farm because before I had YouTube to pay the bills. Now, not so much. It's just the farm. It has to pay for itself, which it never has yet. It's still, it makes a little bit of money, but not enough to live on in a high cost of living area. Other housekeeping. Okay, so yeah. Elephant in the room. I'm transitioning. Okay, so you knew me as Ian. I've been going by Becca. I know that this is controversial. This is the reason why I've been scared to be on media, honestly. It's hard to do these kind of changes in public. I understand that people have very strong feelings about it. So if you are not a fan, then feel free to move along. And if you are a fan, then, well, welcome. I think that this channel is going to be a lot of fun. So other housekeeping, the idea of what this channel will be eventually is kind of like weekly videos similar to the vlogs, and they're not going to be exactly the same. Obviously they're going to be different because it's just going to be more me. They're not going to be exactly the same. They are going to be different, but they will be somewhat similar, and I really like making videos, so I want to make stuff that entertains people. I always really enjoyed making people laugh, and so I'd love to have the chance to make people enjoy my little slice of life. So eventually the videos will be more produced, but honestly, I don't have a camera. I'm using my cell phone. I don't have a computer that can edit videos. So before I can make complicated, interesting videos, I'm just starting somewhere, right? That's the thing. You got to, sometimes every journey starts with a single step. That's where I'm at right now. But I do want to show you the farm, because I have been taking lots and lots of steps to change how the farm is. Look at that behind me. Oh, it already looks kind of different. So first up, I got more peonies. So there's about 1,100 peonies now, and they're all planted. I've been doing a lot of work on the peony section, just because it was a lot of labor. The weeds kind of got away from me this year. And so I'm trying to kind of get that area all cleaned up. So over there, all peonies, nothing too much to say about it. Over here, this is kind of where the farm has traditionally gone. It's kind of gone like along that line. Well, I'm extending everything. It goes all the way right over to the peony section now. But I'm going to leave a path that's wide enough back here so that I can drive my truck down to the bottom if I need to move stuff or whatever. Leave a little path, and then basically everything that I can farm, I want to farm, because perennials are where it's at, right? So from the bottom, I'm just going to start filling it up with perennials, and I've got some super exciting stuff coming. So I'm doing an investment. I'm doing an investment in David Austin roses, which I'm a little bit stressed about because it's a big amount of money. I'm buying over 400 of them, but they're so pretty that I think it's gonna pay off. I think it's gonna make people fall in love with the flowers, which is what I feel like needs to happen. Okay, so basically, I'm just gonna start filling up the bottom of the farm with roses, row after row after row. There's some delphiniums down there. This is gonna be like other perennial area. Before this was kind of mixed use. There was some perennials in here. There was more annuals, kind of like every year. That's that section, okay? Next up, there's a couple high tunnels here. The caterpillar tunnels, I'm going to move them all up to the like one section of the farm. I'm going to move everything into like a little production area so that, you know, like the high tunnels can be dealt with separately. And then I have kind of like wide open fields for the overhead irrigation to be spaced properly. And, you know, I always ran into the problem in these greenhouses where the overhead irrigation would, you know, do this. It would fill up the tops of the plastic, and I was just always fighting that. So I'm just not going to have overhead irrigation hitting my greenhouse tunnels anymore. And eventually I may get a bunch more tunnels. I may have a bunch of tunnels down here with the roses growing in them, because the roses are high value. Who knows, right? This section is something that I'm excited about because kind of like everything over here, you know, I used to have, excuse the mess, all right? I am still getting the farm cleaned up. There's like, you'll see, there's a lot of big changes on the inside, and there's lots of changes about where stuff is stored. But essentially, this patch of ground over here, and then where this pile is, and kind of like where I'm standing, this is gonna be veggies. I want to get back to growing veggies, not necessarily to sell. Selling veggies, very tough. But I love having food on the farm. And so I think it's time for me to get back into food production. And what my concept is that I want to grow food for the food bank, basically. That's what it comes down to. Food for myself, food for my friends, maybe some people to kind of come to the farm and help me out. And they can grab all the food they want, and then we're growing for the food bank. Because it's a lot easier just to grow it for the food bank, harvest it, and then give it right to them, as opposed to like trying to sell it, all that type of stuff. I may sell some like salad greens and stuff like that, but for now, no food selling, just a bit of food growing. I want to build like a greenhouse that's kind of right here, just special for tomatoes, eggplants, peppers. So you can check up on me and make sure that I am harvesting for the food bank. You know, it's my little promise to myself. I kind of like put things on the internet, and then it's like I have to follow through with it. Anyways, so this is the area that I was talking about where like all the high tunnels are going to go. Kind of like bam, 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 all in a row. And there's some tunnels that still like that aren't put together right now, so I could do that. Right now, like this is strawberries, so I'll keep the strawberries around for the spring probably, and then get rid of them. And then these tulip areas, these are just gonna go. I'm just gonna grow the tulips in the crates from now on. And then I've got the crates down by the shop over there, close to where the cooler is, so that you know, I don't have to walk very far in the spring. The whole concept with the farm switching around is that I want to make it more efficient, basically, is what it comes down to. Also, I want to have chickens again, and I got chickens. There's the ladies over there. They're just playing around. Hey ladies, how you doing? Yeah. These are chickens not necessarily for eggs. These are chickens because I want some organic pest control. The concept is I want to let them loose on the farm a little bit to control the grasshopper population. Chickens, I am excited about them. I moved the chicken coop to this shed here. They used to be like way down at the bottom, and in the winter it takes about 4 minutes round trip or so to walk down there and walk back to the house. And it doesn't seem like much, but it's kind of like annoying and it adds up. So I'm done with it. Moved them up top. They're a lot easier to care for now. Okay, now over here, you know, things don't look like anything here, but this is actually like a fire pit. I like having bonfires and stuff. And over here, this is like a shade garden. So this is like a fun hangout spot, and I'm like basically ripping everything out here. And this is going to be like a showcase spot for the roses, right? So there are, I don't know, there's like 20 something varieties of roses that I got. I basically went through the David Austin website, and everything that was growable in a zone 4 or 5 that was suitable for cut flowers or that was white or light colored at least, I bought. And I had to buy at least 5 of them. So there's lots coming. And I'm just gonna do like a selection of every single type of rose in this area, so that it's like I can see how they go, right? Because you know how it is, every variety of a plant, you know, has some that are more vigorous, some that are less, some that look better than the pictures, and some that are worse. And so I'm just gonna grow them all and see what I like, and then, you know, I can adjust the mix from there. But having a little bit from everything all represented up here, I think will be fun for people who come to the farm, and it will help me stay in touch with which ones I like the most. I'm gonna have a lot of climbing roses. There's only like 3 varieties of climbing roses that I got, but they're like quite vigorous climbers. So I'm gonna cover the fence, you know, along the roadside with roses, which I think will be really pretty. Like this area here, this is gonna stay the same. You know, that's kind of like the layout of the farm. You can see that it's changing, similar but different, more efficient in my opinion. There's also some really major changes happening in the shop. So that's where we're gonna go next. Whee! This is fun. I'm making a video again. It's been so long. I missed it, okay? Well, here, first in. Oh my God, it pretty much looks the same, doesn't it? It doesn't really look too much different in here yet. The changes haven't started in this section yet. This area though is gonna become more of a living space. I put an Airbnb unit into the house itself. And so, you know, to have like more space to hang out, kind of like, you know, doing that in here. So previously in this bathroom, this is where we grew seedlings, and it's, you know, it's a bathroom. It's an okay size, but it is still a bathroom. And it would be nice if it could just function as a bathroom and not as a place to grow seedlings. So my concept is that I'm building a seedling room. This is so exciting for me. I think that this is such a good idea. So there's a wall over the end there that I haven't put up yet. I've done some cool stuff. Like I got this sink that we've had for a long time. It's been hanging out under the walnut tree. Well, now it's installed here, right? Ooh, it's got water, hot water and cold water, and it's got like, you know, it's not all hooked up completely, but you know, it'll have like a type of nozzle there on the end of it. And it's got like, you know, spots for draining, or that I can, you know, use attachments if I have stuff to water. There's also, because we had 2 sinks, there's another sink over there that's hooked up as well inside the seedling room, so that I can put seedling trays together and then I can water them all in the same spot. And then along this wall here, I'm gonna have rack after rack after rack of lights. And then right here, got a little like manifold section thing. And this will be like how I water, you know, the seedlings. I'll have it all set up so that I just have to kind of turn the valves and open them up. And then I'm, you know, watering my seedlings. Because before, seedlings took us a long, long time. They took a lot of work. And if it's just me, I have to figure out better ways to do things, right? I want to make bouquets that are simple to put together because, again, labor, right? So I'm thinking that these roses are going to be beautiful enough that they can sell bouquets. And my secondary flowers, I was thinking I could do lots of zinnias. So I want to kind of rush zinnias in the spring as much as I can. And I want to do successions of stuff. So the less work I have to put into growing seedlings, the more the farm can kind of adjust with as the season goes on. Like, I need trays of this, I need trays of that. I won't fall behind, and that's the idea, at least, right? So zinnia and rose bouquets, lots of zinnias I need, lots of trays of zinnias, lots of other stuff as well. I just want to have like 6 racks or so that I can just always have set up here. This is just a room dedicated to growing seedlings. It never shuts down, it never closes. It'll be great. I think it's going to be like super spectacular. I've already started on it, but I haven't finished it. It will be done in time. it's been Christmas, right? It's like New Year's Eve right now, so there's still lots of other stuff for me to do. And then eventually, you know, my snowblower's in the way there, but the idea is that just right there is where the cooler is right now. And the cooler is like a trailer that's been converted into a walk-in cooler. Well, I want to get a shipping container and put it right there and turn it into a walk-in cooler, like a 20-foot one, and then have a patio, like a bunch of patio stones. They go out at level with the concrete floor, and then they go to the shipping container at the same level. So I can put a rack of made bouquets or whatever it is. I can just like fill up a rack, a rolling rack, and I can roll it right into the cooler, saving me all these back and forth trips. You know, efficiency, that's what I'm trying to do. You know, I'm trying to eliminate all the wasted effort that was happening on the farm. You know, the truth is, before the farm was making, like, the farm like covered its expenses and stuff, but it wasn't really like making that much money, and it didn't really matter that much because, you know, we had all this time to put into YouTube videos, and the YouTube stuff was making money. So I wasn't so concerned about, you know, the farm being like super profitable, because together they made enough for us to get by. But, you know, the farm has to be a viable business now for me, because it's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. So, you know, I got to figure out how to make it be profitable. And also, if I have like hired help, that those employees can, you know, efficiently work and be worth what I'm paying them. You know, like if I make everything super complicated and they have to walk everywhere and waste all this effort, then me paying for employees is just me throwing money away, and then it's just me by myself doing things inefficiently. I want to get efficient, right? So that's the whole concept behind the farm. And I want to make videos because I like it. You know, ultimately it comes to that. I've been super scared. I'm scared to put myself on the internet. I'm scared to do this again, but I don't know. It feels right. So I'm just going to go with it. If you want to help me, if you want to follow my story now, then hit subscribe and like and leave a comment. That would really help me kind of get a kickstart. So I really need that. New channels can be a lot of work. I only have so much life force left in me, and I would like to speed run a channel a little bit. So if you are interested in my story and you want to follow it, then let me know and give me some comments down below. But thanks for catching up, everybody, and thanks for watching to the end of the video. And I will see you next time. I don't know when that is. I don't know if I'm going to start making regular videos or not, but I want to start making regular videos for the farming season, so it might kind of be a bit of a delay, but I'll get into it. I'll get back to it. Okay, bye, everybody.